Imagine you wake up one morning and the sun is gone. The sky is pitch black, the air is freezing, and within days, Earth begins drifting into the endless void of space. No sunrise, no seasons, no life as we know it. What would happen if Earth got kicked out of the solar system and became a rogue planet? How it could happen, it sounds impossible, but scientists say it could happen. There are three main ways Earth could be ejected from the solar system. The first is a close encounter with a passing star. If another star passed near our solar system, its gravity could tug on the planets, disrupting their orbits. Earth might get pulled away from the sun and flung into interstellar space. The second way is through gravitational instability. If Jupiter or another massive planet shifted slightly in orbit, even by a fraction, it could alter the delicate balance of the solar system. Over millions of years, that could send Earth on a chaotic path that ends in ejection. The third and rarest cause would be the sun's death. When the sun becomes a red giant in about 5 billion years, it will lose mass. As its gravity weakens, some planets could drift away entirely. No matter the cause, the result is the same. Earth would become a rogue planet, drifting through the dark, alone. The moment we lose the sun, if Earth were suddenly ejected from orbit, the change would be immediate and catastrophic. Within 8 minutes, sunlight would vanish, because that is how long it takes for light to reach us from the sun. The sky would go completely black. The stars would shine brighter, but they would not bring warmth. The temperature on Earth would start to drop rapidly, about 1 degree Celsius every few hours. Within a week, the average temperature would fall below -17 degrees. Within a year, the oceans would begin to freeze over. The surface of Earth would become as cold as the outer planets, near -240 degrees Celsius. The last light on Earth. Cities would go dark as power plants shut down. Solar energy would no longer work, and even nuclear plants would fail once supplies ran out. People might light fires, burn anything they could find, or move underground to retain heat. But without the sun, photosynthesis would stop almost instantly. Plants would die within weeks, and the animals that depend on them would soon follow. Within a few months, the surface of Earth would become a frozen wasteland. Yet even in this darkness, not everything would die. The hidden heat beneath our feet. Deep below the surface, the Earth still holds heat from its formation and from radioactive decay. This geothermal energy could keep underground areas warm for millions of years. Hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, for example, would continue to release heat. Around these vents, strange ecosystems already exist that do not depend on sunlight. Bacteria and small creatures called extremophiles thrive there now, using chemical energy instead of light. In a rogue Earth scenario, these deep-sea communities might be the last surviving life forms on the planet, humanity's last shelter. If humans survive the initial collapse, we might retreat to underground cities or deep ocean habitats. Nuclear reactors or geothermal power could provide heat and energy for a while. Scientists have imagined huge underground domes that could trap heat and recycle air and water. Artificial lighting could grow crops. It would be a fragile existence, but possible, at least for a few thousand years. Eventually, though, supplies would run low, and even the geothermal energy might fade. Without new energy sources, Earth would continue to cool until only the core remained warm. A frozen marble in space. As Earth drifts farther from the sun, it would become invisible to the naked eye from the solar system. Covered in ice, it would reflect faint starlight and slowly fade into the background of the galaxy. The atmosphere would freeze and collapse, forming layers of nitrogen and oxygen ice. From space, Earth would look like a frozen marble, quiet, white, and lifeless. The oceans beneath the ice might remain liquid for a while, kept warm by geothermal heat, but eventually, even that would end. After a few million years, Earth would be a solid ball of ice drifting silently through interstellar space. A journey through the void. Once ejected, Earth would move through the galaxy at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. It would pass through clouds of dust, debris, and gas, illuminated only by distant starlight. Every few million years, it might pass near another star system. If it came close enough, that star's gravity could capture Earth, giving it a new orbit and a new dawn. But the chances of that are extremely small. The galaxy is vast, and the distances between stars are immense. Most likely, Earth would wander alone forever. Rogue planets are real. As lonely as that sounds, rogue planets already exist. Astronomers have detected many planets drifting freely through space, not bound to any star. Some are as large as Jupiter, while others are small and rocky like Earth. They are thought to form normally around stars, then get ejected during chaotic events or collisions. Estimates suggest there could be billions of these orphan worlds in our galaxy alone. So if Earth became one of them, it would not be unique. It would simply join the endless population of lost planets roaming the dark. Could life survive on a rogue Earth? Surprisingly, yes. At least for a time. If Earth kept a thick enough atmosphere and its geothermal heat remained stable, some life might persist. Microbes deep underground or under the ocean floor could continue to live off chemical reactions. Some scientists believe similar life might exist on icy moons like Europa and Enceladus, which are heated by internal energy rather than sunlight. If life can survive there, it might survive on a rogue Earth too. Even without the sun, life might adapt, evolve, and endure in total darkness. The search for rogue Earths. Astronomers are searching for these lost worlds using powerful telescopes. Because rogue planets do not reflect sunlight, they are difficult to detect. Scientists look for the faint heat they emit or for rare gravitational effects when they pass in front of background stars. In 2021, researchers using data from the OGLE and KMT-NET surveys found evidence of a free-floating Earth-sized planet about 20,000 light-years away. That discovery proves that planets like ours can exist without stars, and that our fate could someday match theirs. What would the night sky look like? If Earth drifted into interstellar space, the sky would be hauntingly beautiful. Without the sun's glare, the Milky Way would stretch across the heavens in incredible detail. Stars would no longer rise or set. They would hang motionless in the black sky. If you stood on the frozen surface and looked up, you would see a still universe, unchanging and eternal. But there would be no warmth, no daylight, and no life left to see it for long. Could we escape? If humans had time to prepare before Earth was ejected, we might try to leave. Spacecraft could carry small groups to other planets or moons, but the distances would be enormous. Reaching another star system would take thousands of years with current technology. Our best hope might be to build self-sustaining habitats in orbit around Earth, powered by nuclear or fusion energy to survive the darkness. If we could last long enough, we might even find a new star to orbit. The chance of capture. Although unlikely, there is a tiny possibility that a rogue Earth could eventually be captured by another star system. If it passed close enough to a star, its gravity could slow the planet and pull it into orbit. That would give Earth a second chance at life, though the new conditions might be extreme. The star could be cooler or hotter than the sun, the orbit unstable, or the planet's atmosphere already frozen. Still, it offers a small glimmer of hope in an otherwise endless journey. The psychological weight. Thinking about a rogue Earth is unsettling because it confronts us with our dependence on the sun. Our lives, our history, and even our emotions are tied to light. Without it, we lose not just warmth, but rhythm, color, and meaning. The idea of Earth drifting forever through space forces us to realize how fragile our place in the cosmos really is. We orbit a single star in one small corner of one galaxy, and yet, That fragile balance is all that stands between life and death. The science of survival. Some scientists believe humanity could adapt to such an event by harnessing fusion energy, the same process that powers the sun. If we could master controlled fusion, we could create artificial sunlight and warmth. Entire underground ecosystems could thrive, powered by human-made stars. It would require incredible technology and global cooperation, but in theory, it could allow life to continue indefinitely, even in interstellar darkness. That idea transforms the rogue Earth scenario from pure disaster into a challenge, one that tests whether intelligence can outlive its home star. The universe, without home. Even if life survived, the emotional and cultural impact would be profound. The sun has guided humanity since the beginning. Every religion, calendar, and story is tied to its light. A world without it would feel timeless and infinite, but also lonely. The night would never end. The stars would be the only reminder that we once lived in the light. In the end, the greatest loss might not be warmth, but belonging. The philosophical view. If Earth ever became a rogue planet, it might serve as a reminder of the universe's vast indifference. But it could also symbolize resilience. Even in the coldest, darkest place, life could endure. A rogue Earth drifting silently through space would still carry the memory of every creature, every civilization, every sunrise that ever existed. It would be a monument to survival, proof that life once thrived against impossible odds. If Earth were ever kicked out of the solar system, the end would not come suddenly. It would come quietly, as the light faded and the world froze. But even then, our planet would still journey through the stars, a frozen relic of a once-living world. Perhaps one day, far in the future, another civilization might find it. A silent world of ice holding the fossils of our existence. And maybe they would understand what we once were. A species that loved its sun. A world that once had mornings. A planet that lost its home but carried its story into eternity.